Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning out there in the world. This is Carol Matebula here, coming. What is the date today? Who dear? Is that the 28? I don't really don't. I'm not so busy with time because I'm so busy preparing for so many things. But anyway, it's the 28th of March. Oh, no, it's the 8th. What is the date today? Oh dear, I think it's the 8th of March. Oh, it's the 8th of March. So sorry, you guys. I am so busy preparing my products, preparing that because I am going to the Netherlands next week for my health and well-being fair. So my mind is all over the place, fixing that, fixing that, fixing that. Of course, we are women, isn't it? We do so many things in this world. So today I'm coming to you guys to say happy Women's International Women's Day. Isn't that amazing? Now, having to be aware as I'm getting older, I'm becoming a little bit more aware of the matters of the world, really engaging even more and realizing, of course, I've always known about this International Day, but I never really voiced out my thoughts around it. And I thought because of this year, as I have said in my vision board this year, that I'm going to be sharing my thoughts. I'm going to be sharing just me, Carol Matebula, so that you can know what's going on in there silent. Because when I verbalize it like that, you guys, you can really touch me and really kind of identify who I am. So the story today around Happy Women's Day, it's about women. Let's remember to take responsibility because the future generation lies in our essence of responsibility. The future, the balance of the world relies in us really not only focusing on our beauty, it's not only focusing on acquiring materials as much as we can. I see the world of a woman. You know, we've got so many things around the world that we verbalize as women. We try to be equal with men. We feel that men don't treat us in a right way. And of course, somewhere, somehow, we rightfully give the key to the man for men to treat us exactly the way the men do. A man, he does not understand a woman. A man will do whatever in his power to how do I say it? How do I say it? A man who has lost his direction, somewhere, somehow, there was no direction point to the queen behind that boy. Every boy, every young man, every man in this world, when the woman she's rooted and really well rooted to have foundation of a womanhood, so does he create a king. So I'm not giving all the responsibility. I know some women. I remember 2 years ago I went to the Black British Women's Conference of the Year, and I raised up this point, and women there could kill me and they could eat me alive. And I'm not saying I'm not here protecting anybody, because I know that brothers themselves can behave in a very unresponsible way, whereby when a man has understood pain, when pain has been injected to a man, that man becomes a venom. He becomes a venom that becomes like, some people are afraid of lions. Some people are afraid of spiders. Some people are afraid of, there's a lot of things that makes us afraid. But I find that we women in our neighborhoods, in our earthly world, we are afraid of men because of men. Most of the men in this world have become venoms towards a woman, ever wanting to inject a poison to ourselves. Why? Because there is a story that a woman herself embraces. When I was a little girl, I remember that we as girls at that age, while you were trying to define who you were, you are also exposed to the voices of the elderly women who made you believe that boys were special. Boys didn't have to do the cleaning. Boys had to be educated. Boys had to be left to go play soccer while women were being nurtured into cleaning. And it was not a cleaning really as such, because of that's what men think. Men think that women's world relies in the kitchen. And I say, no, boys, no, 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 think again. And men, no, 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 do think again. Women's from a very, very early age, women shut the door on the man. From a very, very early age, a woman shuts the door to the mentoring of the mind of a man or the mind of a boy by saying, let them go play while women are nurtured. In those cleaning, it's not only cleaning, there's conversations that are taking place in there. In those cooking, there's conversations that are taking place there. So a woman's connection to a woman's connection, it is by nature, it runs very, very deep. While men were lied to. Men, they were told that you go play while the girls clean. But no, mothers prefer to be surrounded by girls more than boys. And of course, as you know, fathers aren't so also taught to take responsibility. Fathers as well, they believe that that's only the world for women. So that's where the imbalance comes from. I find that we live in such a world where everything, it is not true. We need to be realistic in our world. I hear people saying we want to change the world. I was one of those long ago. I truly believe that you can change the world, and I said no, 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 no. Every individual's the change of the world. It's a change of each and every individual's outlook. Your beliefs changes, then your world change. There's no one person in this world who will ever change the world. Let's be very, very clear with that. And I understood that myself, because when we are lost, trying to find ourselves, we go out there in the world and we think we're gonna change the world. Forget it, forget it, forget it. The world, it's not to be changed. Human beings need to take responsibility. So in that upbringing of women, mothers saying to boys, you go play. Mothers lack a sense of connection, deeper connections with a man, because that's when the really, really understanding between the two takes place. Because when the man gets to understand his mother from a very, very early age, when the man gets to understand the coating of his mother from a very, very early age, respects and cares, and that man will so ever respect women. Because of the respect of a man, every man who's respectful out there respects his mother. Every man who doesn't want to see a tear, like really, I'm not talking about the actor ones, because you've got those who act, act as if they don't want to see your head, but they hurt you because of that's a relationship that they had with their mom. That okay, I'm going to protect my mom. But deep inside, I despised my mom because of I never got to understand this feminine thing. I never understand what a womanhood was about. So our job as women is to really get to know men. Get to know men from their strong essence, who men are. And who men are, it's for us, we women, to reveal ourselves to them and to keep lying, to stop lying, to saying that women were cleaners while boys were going to play. No, it is definitely not like that. As long as I can remember, in those cleanings of mine, while boys were playing, I've been taught. I've been taught about poisonous food. I've been taught about different spices that are good for health. I've been taught about my body essence. I've been taught about how to carry myself. That's why there's this saying that they say that the women are more developed faster than the men. Let's recap that. It is our education that we get as women, while men are closed out of the door and say that women have to clean, women belong in the kitchen. It's a lie, guys. If a man thinks today that I'm going to be treating my woman and say to my woman, you belong to the kitchen, you have to remember a kitchen is actually a woman's, how do you say it? A woman's slap. It starts at a very, very early age. Now, the sadness is that the man, the father himself, still lives under the influence of, oh, boys has to go play. So men are not really given powerfully responsibility by the mother, because of their mother. The mother are the one who are really enforcing the code of the laws of the universe in this world. So today I say to women, as a woman out there who has kids, involve your son to the matters of your secret world. That secret world that you hold so dearly for your daughter. Don't push the boy to the soccer world. Make him focus, make him understand the power that a woman owns. Because of women, they've got a power of understanding the peaceness of the resonation of the world. We move with the zodiac. Every month, a woman has to sacrifice herself to the earth. The earth eats the smell of a woman on a monthly basis. Whenever you see your time, zodiac time, that is a very powerful time. We move with the moons, and men needs to be introduced to that power of the moon. Our menstruation, it's not just the blood floating out. I'm really sorry, you guys. I can be very, very honest. I can be really straight at it. Now, when a woman bleeds and the zodiac, the moon, it's full, and the sounds of dogs, sounds of cats, there's something happening that is secretly coated deeply within the belly of a woman. Now that woman has to share the values with this man, with a boy child. Now we made boy child to believe that, oh, women are not so intelligent. Women are, because the way we bring them up, and then of course they become, and then the same boys, I say to people, when people come to me and say, oh, look at Africa, there's so much corruption in Africa. And I say, hold on a second, you people. The person who is the president is our community. He came from our community. Now, when you say there's a lot of corruptions in Africa, it means that each and every society in Africa is corrupt. So as women, we need to really look at our voices. And also, sometimes I travel around. Sometimes I get invited in different events, and in these different events I meet different people, and you realize that we as well, we women need to take responsibilities. We have created this so-called the hierarchy and the ones who are here, and my God, dear God, it resides more to a woman, that hierarchy and low hierarchy, than to a man. Women, we believe by our bags we own. Jessica, so if I'm Carol and I'm having a Louis Vuitton's bag, Jessica, who is my representative, stands next to me. I don't see that woman. That woman does not exist, because I see myself more than anything. We fight. We let our boys, our men, come in our own yard. So we oh dear Lord. For me, a woman's day, it means a powerful responsibility, taking truly responsibility as women. So the responsibility that we need to take as women, the chaoticness of the world reside within the forgotten responsibility of a woman. You are not better than another woman. Think. I don't see myself better as anyone. Yes, the moment I feel that a woman tries to put me into her unprotected territory, because the moment we take another person and we put that person out of our hierarchy protection, we actually open doors to the unworld, to the unclean world. So the moment I'm Carol and I'm standing next to Jessica, and immediately in my spirit, I then decide that Jessica, she is nobody. I've actually killed the spirit of Jessica, and I have invoked the spirit of the unknown, the bad energies. So women, as we scream out there that we need to be looked at, we need to be respected by men. Men have nothing to do with our world. Our world is chaotic, 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 far, far, far away from men. And of course, I will talk about men on another day. And this is not me saying men are doing better. No, this is just a story between we as sisters. Of course, for men, one day we'll talk about it. So what I'm trying to say to you as sisters is that for the world to be a better place, remember we are the representative of other women. It does not matter how they are. Sometimes I see some sisters and you can see the sadness in them. You can see, and it does not mean that women are stupid. There is not even one stupid woman that I know. Yes, we have our fears. Yes, we have our competitor spirit. Yes, we have, but each and every woman, she is a power of the earth. It might be a sister who's sitting on the street wearing very sad clothes because of with these materials of ours, we think we have landed. With all these bling blings that we put out within ourselves, our big fake diamonds that does not belong to us. Actually, it's something that we have raped from the earth so that we can try to come and identify ourselves very clearly with this silly hierarchiness of ours. And you come back and you say, I'm a feminist and I want to be respected in a certain way. And I say, think again, because I think you're missing a point. So today, the message for me, it is for women to take responsibility and remember that you are a representative of another woman. Being a woman, it's a kind of individualness thing. I love every woman. I am my story as a woman. And that's why I can be who I am today, because I'm kind of an outsider and kind of an insider. I know it's a little bit confusing a little bit, but I'm going to break it for you to understand what I mean. I'm an outsider in the world of so-called hierarchy who have claimed up to try to understand what is this hierarchiness about, really. You know, I am an outsider who came from the forgotten world, I call it, who came from the dusty world, who came from such songs of where am I going to belong in this world? And I realized that was a journey. It was not a journey. It was not to say I'm nobody. The question was from those dusty roads, those dangerous roads where I saw men killing other people. I've seen a lot and I've seen a lot. And ever wondering where was the woman? And I'm talking about from all different colors. I'm talking from black, I'm talking from white, I'm talking from Chinese, I'm talking about a womanhood's world. And and then because I was so innocent in trying to understand why there's a dusty and why there's a polish, I had to, and God, which is the spirit of discovery, when you want to discover yourself, the spirit world opens the gate fully. In a spirit world, there are no doors that are closed, especially if your questionings, it is so clear and so identified. The laws of the universe will take you to where your wish is. Your wish is the command of the world. So having to be me coming from the dusty world, coming from seemingly looked as if there was not going to be a future, I was sharpened by my spirit. And I was looking into the men's world, how the men spoke. I was looking at the women, how the women spoke, how the women behaved towards me as I just emerged from the dusty world. Oh, dear Lord, isn't that beautiful? And I realized that I was marked and identified as the one from the dusty world. Then I was still emerging because of I didn't know the answer. What does it mean to be in the dusty world, and what does it mean to be in the polished world? And as I was embarking and talking about from the age 11 going to 13, going to 15, going to 20, and what I understood that actually it's a technique. Living in the dusty world, it's a technique, and living in a polished world, it's a technique. Nothing in this world, it is exactly what it is. It is just a template. You either take a template, dusty world, and you define it as your core foundation, or you take a polished world and you define it as your core foundation, or you stay somewhere in the middle and smell the two worlds. So you can really, really, really celebrate this earth. And when you do that, then you get to understand, what is my position? What did I see in the dusty world? What did I see in the polished world? And you realize that these two worlds are completely gullible, both of them, because none of them are taking responsibility. And I'm talking about women now, because the polished one, she looks at the dusty world as a doormat. And the dusty one looks at the polished world as their gods. And the more you do that, the dusty world, the more you really, really hypnotize this polished world, because the polished world eats on your energy. You gotta see them as their gods. You gotta bow for them. And the more you bow, the more these women are completely out of control. So that's what I have defined. For us to heal the world, a woman has to come back to the essence of nature. Be in the middle. Get away from the rich world, get away from the dusty world, and be neutral. And once you are neutral, get to understand your sister. Don't envy your sister who has a man. Let that man to that sister. Don't sleep around with each other's men. Don't fight to have one man, because by doing that, you're actually telling the men that we love the danger of the danger of the world, we women. Abortions. We kill what comes from us. It's so easy for a woman to say, I'm going to do abortion, and not realizing that actually you are killing your inner self, because what has came in there can never be killed. If you kill what came from you, this is me. This are my views. You can say whatever you want. You can hate me. You can say, oh, now she's crazy. It's okay. I've been called crazy many times, but I shall stick to what I see as wrongness. We have such a vulnerable body. Our body is one of the most vulnerable things on this planet, and it needs us to take responsibility. So, a woman, today it's a woman's world. Remember, the danger of the world lies within us consuming, ever consuming, and ever looking at each other down. Who are you? Who do you know? Who do you hang around with? Okay, I would look at you. Oh, who are you? Who do you know? Oh, you don't know that? Sorry. Now, how do we then sing out there and make it a song? Oh, we women, oh, we women. By the mere fact, when we are alone, there's no such a thing as a woman. So this is my message today, and saying, women of the world, look at the death that it's going around us. Look at the madness. Look at the sadness. Look at the world. Look at our boys. Somewhere, somehow, somewhere in the world, there's a chaoticness taking place. What are we doing? Somewhere in the world, there's a woman who has been cut off her lips so that she can have bigger lips. That's a death soul already right there. Somewhere in the world, there is someone going through a space where she's trying to fit into the hierarchy, because she believes deeply within herself that she came from the dusty world. The world is dust. There's no polish. Even behind those polished doors, dust still emerge. As you're breathing at this present moment, you're breathing dust. So maybe let's not be afraid of dust. Dust is a part of us. Let's not really believe in this so man-made world that everything is perfect. Because the mere fact, nothing is perfect. You're going underneath that dusty world when you die. So we can't really be so busy with it. Let's be busy with loving one another. Let's be busy with trying to minimize wars as much as we can. Let's try to nurture our sons so that our sons don't willingly wants to become soldiers. Because they become soldiers because of their lost. So this is my story to the woman of the world today. It's taking responsibility to try to heal the earth. And of course, we'll talk about men one day, because of men, they don't know where they are at. Completely have no knowledge because of their doors were shattered from the moment they arrived. Thank you so much. This is Carol Matabula saying one love and happy Mother's Day. Let us love each other and let us show responsibility. Thank you so much.